Question, can your early times beat my early times? Let's find out. I'm just looking at the differences between the two early times bottles. If you didn't know better, you would swear that was the same bottle, but there's a little bit of differences. And before we get started, I want to thank two of my subscribers, Aiden and Dave. Both sent samples in. Aiden gave me a full-size bottle and Dave gave me a sample. And we're going to try Aiden's tonight because I got Aiden's first. But no fear, Dave, we're going to use your bottle in another blind later on. But when you look at the bottles, those that know the difference between the Sazerac brand early times and the Brown-Forman early times will tell you, well, it's the bottle caps. Sazerac has the blue metal bottle cap, and early times has the black cap. Now, there was a wrapper on there that I ended up destroying taking it off, but I don't think it was really meant to stay on there anyways, because it was just a plastic wrapper. Well, this is like a metal sleeve all the way down. So the other differences I see is the label on the Brown-Forman bottle is more elaborate. It's got kind of a raised texture to it. It's kind of an embossing to it, where the early times Sazerac version, it feels more just like a slick printed label. So certainly on class here, the Brown-Forman, except for the plastic cap, of course, it's got a nicer looking bottle. It's got just a better looking design, and it is a little bit shorter and a little bit different shape. Tonight, we're going to put them in the blind on the Bourbon Wheel of Fire. I had a viewer say, like, oh man, you got to get that mat on there straight. It's driving me crazy. Well, we're going to put the mat on there. I think we're going to get a better mat. And the mat is just so, because if I spin this thing too fast, those glasses will just go straight off. You know, I've heard some people say they can't tell the difference, and I've heard some people say they can. Well, tonight is not whether I can tell the difference. Tonight is which one is best. Which one do I like the best? Typical to the Dare to Compare, and this is a fairly new show, it's kind of like a bourbon fight with a twist. The twist being you suggest or you submit a bourbon to go against one of mine. So when Aiden gave me the black cap, I thought, like, well, it's got to go against the blue cap. I mean, early times can win so easily in a blind. I'm actually afraid to put it against something else. But black cap versus blue cap, oh yeah, I've been curious about that myself. So we're going to put 2 minutes on the clock and we're going to start on the right. Here we go. Now, I don't know which one this is, but it smells just like early times. Cheers. You know, I forget sometimes just how good early times is for a mid $20 bottle. I mean, I see there were $25, $26. And I know some places are having a hard time finding it, but in North Georgia, I see it all over the place. And this smells just like the one on the right. I can't tell any difference. Cheers. About a minute, just less than a minute in. Wow, they are so similar. You get that baking spice, some nice sweetness, a little bit of oak, you know, brown sugar molasses. Existential bourbon in my mind. Let's go back to the right. It's got a little pepper on it that time. When I tasted that. Interesting. Back to the left. pepper is a little bit less pronounced. Back to the right. Back to the left before we run out. I went over time a little bit. I wanted to make sure I got equal treatment. Man, they are so close, it's scary. I mean, if this was later in the evening and I'd had a couple bourbons, I would not be able to tell them apart. They are really that close. I feel both are great. Let's get that out of the way. Both are great tasting bourbons. They're one of the best values out there. And I know, send me the comments about the Wild Turkey 101, but I'm surely sorry now. I'm sorry. I'll drink Early Times any day of the week over Wild Turkey 101. There, I said it. Well, I'm just not a big Wild Turkey fan. I am an Early Times fan. So, which one do I like better? It is so close. If I was doing the old bourbon fight where I was doing aroma, taste, and finish, I'd have to tell you that on aroma, they were both equal. And on finish, they were both equal. But on taste, I actually prefer the one on the left a little better. It was just a little richer. The one on the right had a little more pepper in the spice than the one on the left. And just enjoyable, just a hair. I mean, a photo finish. But tonight, I like the one on the left better. So, the one on the left is Glass J. What was Glass J? Glass J is the black cap. The Brown-Forman. Glass H, yep, what else could it be, right? Was the blue cap. Just so you know, there it is right there. Tonight's winner is Aiden with his black cap Early Times. Congratulations, Aiden. I had a feeling that Brown-Forman might win. I'm a big Brown-Forman fan, but of course I'm a big Sazerac fan too. When I say Sazerac, Buffalo Trace. But I've always admired the way Brown-Forman does things. And you think newer juice, meaning air in the bottle, that might have had a little more bite to it and wouldn't have been as smooth. Black cap is the winner tonight. Wow. Really, really close. But the black cap edges out. So if you can still find a black cap Early Times, I suggest you get it. Now, when Sazerac gets their own juice, who knows? We may have to do this contest again, because it could be that the Sazerac comes out the winner when they actually produce everything and bottle it themselves. So, we hope you will like this video and you'll comment and share, and very important, please hit that subscribe button so we can do more shows like this. And never drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. And tonight, I'm going to enjoy some black cap Early Times. See you next time. But I'm surely sorry now.